Yes. Yes. Welcome to Hirschberger's Miracle Homestead. We invite you to join us every Wednesday and Saturday. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Dorothy, and I'm working on getting the green beans ready for the canner. I'm so glad that Martha overcame her fear of the pressure canner. We've used it quite a bit already with canning garden produce, but then we've also canned some meat. It's very rewarding to see shelves starting to fill up. And now over to Martha. I have faced my fear of the pressure canner, and we have had success with it. And one thing I will say, this right here is your friend. It's the manual. Read it, study it. Anything I can tell you about it does not beat what comes with the manual itself. It will give you directions on how to use it, and it also has an area where it tells you how long to pressure can something. And for beans, quarts, you want to pressure can it for 25 minutes. We wrote down step by step what we do. So you'll need the pressure canner. We have a glass top stove, which is not recommended to put a pressure canner on that, so we have a hot plate. I need water, and in fact, I'll go and get it on the stove, bring it to a boil. Okay, I have some other stuff inside here that needs to come out. And it also tells you, it depends what altitude you are on how many pounds to pressure can it at. And for where we are in upstate South Carolina, it is 10 pounds. You have 15, 10, and 5. And it comes with 2 of these. Pint, this one here is big enough. If you do pints, you can have a double layer. And but there's one like this on the bottom, which you need one on the bottom as well. We don't need this because we're doing quart, and that'll be a single layer. There's a little arrow here that you want to line up with the arrow on the lid. So when you put it on here and load it down, be sure this is easy access to. And directions said to have about 2 inches of water in here. And we will get that heating up while the water back there is heating up. Start it out on high so the water can get hot. I'm ready to start filling jars while the waters are getting hot. Okay. This is sea salt. As I said many a time already, there's more than one way to do something. Some like to put the salt at the bottom before they fill the jar. And we normally just put it in and then put the sea salt in, but 1 teaspoon per quart. Okay, just carefully, slowly pour the hot water in. Okay, you just fill it up to the rim there. It's about, be right at 1 inch of headspace. I don't remember Mom ever doing this, but mostly any YouTube channel you watch on canning, they say debubble, debubble, debubble. Yeah. So we will debubble, and bubbles do come up. Now, this is a very thin bladed knife, table knife. Just make sure the tops of your jars are clean so it doesn't interfere with the sealing. Okay, here are the jar rings. Just put it on, give it a little tug. And this little gadget, my favorite jar lifter, probably partly because it was my mom's. So you just take the jars and pick them up down and gently, slowly put them down in. The jar has some heat to it, but as the water's heating up in here, why, you don't want to break a jar from putting it down and water temperature difference being too much. Okay, now it comes to put the lid on.
In your manual, you'll see where, at least the first time you use it, I did it a couple times after that too, you're going to get a little olive oil on your finger and just go around the rim and around the inside of here. I don't know what that does, but instructions said to do that, so I did that for several times. Here's a notch out on the kettle, and there's an arrow on the lid. Right there. Now you turn it, that the arrow and the notch meet. Then you go across from each other. Put them on and tighten it up. Now I go around and give each one a hearty tug, or a hearty. Okay. We will let this alone until we see steam coming up out of here. I can see a faint steam coming up if I look toward a dark cabinet. So, all right, now time it for 10 minutes before I put the gauge on. Okay, the timer went. Here's 10 pounds at number 10, and under there is a hole. Let's just stick this. I feel like I'm at it backwards if I do that. Okay, put that on there. And after this is on, you want to watch your pressure gauge, and you want it to get up to 10 pounds. And when it gets up to 10 pounds, then you turn the burner down, and you set the timer for 25 minutes. But right now, we're going to wait for this to get up to 10 pounds. At that point, it'll do a little bit of rocking too. So, see you back in a few. Okay, we're at 10 pounds of pressure. I will turn this down and then set the timer for 25 minutes, I think I said. So we're on the countdown of 25 minutes. And that'll rock off and on like that the whole 25 minutes. It'll take a little rest period and then kick in again. Okay, the timer has went. It is 25 minutes. So all we do right now is turn it off. Turn it off and let the pressure get back down to 0. Okay, the pressure on this is down to 0. It is hot, so you want to use a hot pad or something, and just remove the rocker. You can hear steam releasing. Set your timer for 5 minutes, and at 5 minutes, you can be ready to take them out. I'm going to put that hot thing right there, and prepare for the removal of the jars. They're going to go across from each other. Drop it. And when you remove the lid, you want to bring it back, tip it toward you so the heat goes that way and not back on you. Let me see, I'm behind it now, so I turn it that way. Let it lip over the countertop a little bit. And, oh yes, there. There it goes. Another one. Success, success all the way around. I think I heard 7 seals. I want to thank you for joining me on the canning of green beans, and I invite you to hop along over on the Golden Thought.
Our brother Buddy was brain damaged at birth. He's epileptic and nonverbal. He's always been a very special part of our family. We included him in the Golden Thought as a way of encouraging anyone who has a special needs person in their life.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Golden Thought. And I'm Martha, and this is my very special twin brother Marvin, and Dorothy's joining us today. As I was canning and talking about the manual, the importance of reading the manual, studying the manual, and following the manual, the song "I'm Using My Bible for a Road Map" just kept going through my mind. So Dorothy is going to read the lyrics to that song. So here's Dorothy.
I'm using my Bible for a road map. The 10 Commandments, they tell me what to do. The 12 disciples are my road signs, and Jesus will take me safely through. I'm using my Bible for a road map. The children of Israel used it too. They crossed the Red Sea of destruction, for God was there to see them through. There'll be no detours in heaven, no rough roads along the way. I'm using my Bible for a road map. My last stop is heaven some sweet day. That'll be a wonderful day, won't it, buddy, when we get to go to heaven?
Amen.
Yes, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Okay, why don't you give this to Martha?
Thank you, Buddy. And this is actually Buddy's Bible. It has his name on the outside. And so one he'd go take along to church when he could go to church. And he'd often sit for hours sometimes just holding the Bible, always so neatly with his hand over it. And right there, it's he must have had it open right there. It's in Job, or maybe it was over there, which is in Psalms. But anyway, but he loved his Bible, and still does. Yes.
You want me to take it? You can give it to Martha. She'll put it away.
Yeah, I'll put it away.
Over there on the stand right beside you there.
Very good, buddy.
Okay.
All right. Well, we thank you for joining us today on this episode. We hope you've enjoyed it.
What are you doing to me?
He's being bossy to you.
Buddy,
He's parking your hand just right.
why are you doing that to me, huh? That's good, buddy. Yeah, that's good.
That was just a little glimpse of how Buddy used to tease with us. Anyway, we hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, we ask that you would like it, to share it, and subscribe.